quorum here, and I don't know whether Brenna's gonna come or not. I called earlier today and she didn't
Answer.
answer the phone. But usually just that call, if she doesn't call back,
She sees the call.
it'll be the tickle and it'll remind her, so I don't know whether she's gonna, now, so, what do we have for, bills?
I have mine, and then I have, that was in the box. That's
Okay.
from Harvard.
Okay,
Outdoor.
that means we will have a bill from them to that effect.
Yeah, I put it on this slip, but
Yeah.
that's from May, so sometimes we used to just pay it anyways and get done with it.
Okay.
I don't know if she'll pay it, if June will pay it or not.
I don't know if she'll pay it on this slip or not, but, all right. And that's, all we've got.
Yep, because they did no graves and, the only thing I did was an ashes burial, so.
Yeah. Are these the crack out ones?
Yes.
All right, so we've got those, and, I'll, we'll get June to,
Brenna.
to sign that. Do we have an income thing for putting in there should have been, there was a check with that we had.
Yep, I already turned that in. We dig. That's that water line, the new section down the south.
Yeah,
That we dug, the Fred dug quite a couple years ago when Keith
Yeah.
was here. And that's the one, I said I made a print of it, and so that's a copy to put in the file cabinet over there. This is to go in the file cabinet too. When they do that other one, that'll get marked too. Seems to be real good about
yeah.
making copies of everything so everybody knows where
Yeah,
stuff
that's
is.
What we need to do is have that.
And this has to go in the file too.
Why did we get 1,000 for hers?
Because it was winter.
Oh, it was winter, yeah, okay. It was winter still,
That was that
yeah.
horrible,
Yeah,
actually,
okay, that was winter.
in all things considered, it was very little damage.
Yeah. And I've got I've got Ruth Clark's death certificate in there.
Okay.
But you have the paper on Marguerite.
Yes, I
It
did.
was a cremation certificate, but it was a paper, so that's what we needed to.
Is this right there?
That's it there. But it had what we needed on it, so I said that'll do.
Well, here's also the burial. There's the burial transit slip that goes with that too.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like we'll keep that. I've got copies. These.
Well, I can deal with those after we finish the meeting.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all the stuff on those things. Is there any other new stuff that you know about?
As far as burials or just in general?
in general,
Okay, well,
anything you wanna deal with.
I went up and, cause we measured the road
Yeah,
up to north, and I went and made a, and I printed, did with different things on it. I went and made this, I'm gonna make a copy of this. This is basically what, I went up last night and just give rough ideas so they can figure out how much it's gonna cost. And they also, the guy was there, and it takes me a while to dissect, but they were talking, some of the places now are going back to like what was in South Cemetery originally. They call it a chip seal now as opposed to a stone and oil job.
oh,
And it's not, it's a lot less expensive, and they've been having very good luck with it in the cemeteries. And they actually, Fred told me that over in Lancaster, Kevin Bartlett used it on a road over by Atlantic Union College, and it's been a couple of years, and I think it's doing very well, wearing on, and they're plowing it all the time, and it's getting the wear and tear.
well, it was very satisfactory in the cemetery. Perhaps with the exception a little bit of where it was on the hillside. And my only concern is now that we've started this, I don't really wanna,
Well, this was I was strictly, he was
Oh, for
talking
this
north, yes. Yeah, I don't wanna go back to the, but there was just something that the guy threw out as a thought and an idea.
well, it certainly is one that I'm open to. But at the moment, what we're talking about is having this sealed with the street.
Yes,
And I would think you wanna keep the apron.
I kinda had that in the back of my mind too, and then possibly
Possibly
Inside.
from wherever this leaves off going on, we could do that.
change it,
Yeah, yeah.
cause I don't know how the seam would wear with even though you did it in,
No.
I don't know how the seam would wear.
I think, I mean, our purpose in doing this right now is to have it, which is to pave the end of the drive at the North Cemetery with the street while they're redoing the street, so that we'll have a good seal at the street line. I'm just getting that number.
Yeah,
And, so I would say that we want that to be hot top. Whatever we do right now should be hot
Yeah.
top. But beyond that, we certainly could consider the other method.
the other
because
alternative,
Bluntly, I like it better. And it also slows people down and much less likely to drive too fast on it.
yeah.
So it's good that way. Yeah, we'll talk about that at a future meeting when we're all here.
But he was gonna when I get him this,
Yeah,
he was gonna talk to the guy, and they were gonna work up price for both,
yeah,
just to see what it would.
okay. All right, I think that's fine.
Okay.
So, yes, we did, work at the North Cemetery. We determined that we do the North Cemetery Road at the width of 16 feet. And that, which would provide enough room for two-way traffic, but not really wide.
Over.
And we also, determined that we wanna come off the Highland Street 25, at least 25 feet, and perhaps as much as 80 feet,
Eliminate the seam at the street.
to eliminate the seam at the street, so that, so that the seam, that'll be done at the same time the street is done, it'll be a good solid street.
Good solid seal.
Yeah. So that's the piece we're trying to get done now, and if we need to chip in some from our 30,000 that we've got set aside for this weekend.
Yep. But this is too, like, the 16, that's why it's noted the 36, where it actually starts to taper. And Brenna knows, cause I actually was up this Saturday, Sunday, and she was up cleaning up in front of the stone out front there, and I
Okay.
explained to her what we had talked about.
Yeah. I've ordered the flowers and I'm ordering 30 less so that we've actually got about the number we need instead of a whole mess more.
Okay,
That means we won't be doing some things that have been done in the past, but I don't care, they're not, we're not obligated to.
no,
We know that the money that's there for flower funds is no longer adequate
On Saturday, June.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's all right.
I don't mind for this.
That's
Thanks,
all
Dennis.
right.
Yeah,
So we,
okay, well.
we have that.
Oh, but that's when I run, I just
That
wanna make
thought
sure
also
you're gonna
going.
back out of it, because that's
Um,
I'm off,
our usual running time.
yeah, the end of that week too.
Running day.
I took off
oh,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday that week, so I'll be around.
Saturday,
Oh,
June
okay.
18th.
I asked for some time. and
Well,
they-
I've asked them to deliver them on Saturday morning,
Well, that's okay, but
and, we'll just get them done, and we'll get whoever, if there's somebody else around to help us, that's good, and if they're not, well, we'll just do it.
go from there.
If Brenna comes, she can do a lot pretty fast too.
Yes, you can.
All right,
And,
all right, you can make
I
it.
think she planned on it too.
Hmm?
She's planning on it too.
Yeah, because we talked about it at a previous meeting. We are going to, yeah, we need to, when can we go do, we need to retrieve the rest of the cemetery records from the former superintendent's house, which we've been gonna do, and we keep not getting it done, so.
I'd like to get the
when
three of
can
us,
we
you, me, and
do
Amy
that?
together and go through over the agenda. Get a
Well,
proposed
I'll see
agenda
if I can get a truck
So
next
I
week,
will
I'll be
get back
around.
to you.
Okay, what day, Wednesday?
Maybe Wednesday.
I think I've got Wednesday morning available.
I'll ask them, cause they'll be
All right,
busy.
That makes sense, but I wanna get her,
getting everything ready to go.
you know, I wanna tie her into it, so that
You mean on the
maybe
road up there?
before you're back.
Well, on the, no, on
Got
the,
something going on.
getting everything ready for Memorial Day.
Oh, yeah, okay. Wednesday morning, I'm gonna say 10 a.m.
Yep.
I'll call Penny. Now, if it's pouring down rain, we're not gonna do it.
Okay.
We can't
no.
move
And
that
you're
stuff
gonna make
in the
your
rain,
famous coffee cake?
but we gotta get the truck
Or are
and
you gonna make your
the trailer
upside
and
down,
just go up and get those.
lemon meringue pie?
I've got a
or what?
two-wheeler unless they've got one you can grab and put on.
I
What's
have
that?
one actually down at South,
Okay,
at the shed, and it's actually
All right,
George's.
well, maybe, you don't wanna go to Whole Foods?
that's fine.
I'm
That's fine, bring that along and we'll just go up and get the stuff. I'll see if, I'll call her.
yeah,
That's the
good point.
25th.
Let's see that you're already
Wednesday the
thinking already,
25th.
good, excellent. Excellent.
We'll see how that works. And we'll
You know,
you'll get those,
that is
which
a
will
good
enable
point.
us
It
to
gets
deal
us
with
to
that,
go from us.
other lot
Other
that we
issue.
have to check on.
Yep.
All
But we
right.
need to get that
That's-
material down here.
anyways.
We'll bring it down, put it in this room. Is there, the other thing is, we do have some money there, and if we can, have you talked to Freddie about trees at all?
No, I can.
All right,
He's,
good.
well,
And
he
then,
actually, when him and I walked down
Amy
the
got,
south one day,
a
he
whole
was
bunch
looking
of,
at them,
Yeah.
and he was
the
kinda
invasive books,
waiting
invasive
to
species
see, they
identification
weren't quite sure
books.
when they get in that shared
And,
bucket truck,
she
and
wants
that's what he was
those out
kind
too.
of waiting
Yeah.
on. He was looking at that
Um,
big maple in the middle
all
there,
right. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll
as
do-
far
I'll-
as being able
I've
to
got
cut.
one at the moment,
'cause
but
him and I
I'll-
looked at it and
I'll-
what's
I'll
messed
send
up
you
in
guys
it, and
a text to try to
so
get
he
you
was
sometime next week.
looking, and he's kinda waiting to see when they
All
get
right,
that,
thanks.
when they're gonna get that bucket truck.
Well, tell him we got some money to pay for it with, so.
Okay,
We've got that, and we've got the road thing up at North, and we've got some money that should be available to do it with, so.
okay, that's all.
We really would like to get some of that done, especially that dead one hanging over the
building.
building. We have a dead tree that, over the shed in South Berlin, at the
Dead
South
oak.
Cemetery, that needs working on.
Yeah, it's left from the
Yeah,
gypsy moss.
yeah. So those are things that we'd love to do before the end of June.
Yeah, there was something in that paperwork about, it's something about the
Well, this is.
special articles too.
This is year-end stuff. Well, the
Yeah.
special articles aren't an issue for us right now, because the,
I think one of them, they have to fill out a form so that it doesn't disappear.
okay, I'll take care of that. I'll see to it that's done.
I know, I think that's the one from there, something about you have to,
I know what this is, I know what this
You
is.
know what it is.
I'll get it taken care of, because we wanna have.
you don't wanna lose it
Two
or,
of them, no, well,
or have to go back to town meeting to ask for it again.
the one from 2019 did not have a sunset date on it.
Oh, okay, okay. And they changed that, didn't they?
And the one in this fiscal year has a sunset date of June 2023,
Okay,
which we purposely did because we anticipated spending some of it in the next fiscal year. Some
Yeah.
of it this year and some of it next year. And so we got the second year on that one. But the first one is not. The first one didn't have a sunset date. And we want to have that, but we're still waiting for highway to get it arranged.
well,
That's all I can say. I don't know what to say beyond that.
that's, yeah, well, that's down at the corner office, they're trying to package it with the,
Other things.
yes.
At any
Is-
rate,
Do you wanna start making a list of ideas if we have extra money, what we could spend it on?
if you've got something you wanna put into it, we've already talked about 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Um,
What? Cause they got the layout up at north, and then I didn't know if we had money or, actually, maybe the buildings should be painted again before they get too bad.
I don't think either one of them needs it yet.
Well, just a thought.
I'm gonna get them painted all gray sooner or later. Just so that they don't look important. When you dicky them up and paint things white, they look too important. And in the cemetery, those buildings are not important. They need to be less obvious. Anyway, no, as far as I know, we don't have anything hanging big time in that regard, because we've taken care of them in fairly recent years.
Yeah, they both got new roofs on them.
Yeah, and we got new roofs on both of them. We have talked about a water tank, which is available to us from Highway Department,
It's up there.
which will go in North Cemetery, just behind the wall, next to the road. And, we've discussed that, and we expect the Highway Department to place that.
It's already done.
Oh, it is done?
It's up there, yep.
Yeah. The next question is, how does it get filled?
Well, that I've gotta talk to him, Fred, about, cause they said they were gonna fill it, and I thought that's what I understood to
That's
be,
what
so
I
I
thought
just gotta
too,
get
but-
the details
Yeah,
worked out, I guess, good way to put it.
yeah. That's what I anticipate with that.
The water's on itself, that's already on,
Yeah,
I've been using it myself.
yeah, oh, that's what it's for. I don't know what else we got hanging at the moment.
I can't think of anything.
There's always many other things, but I think that's it. Okay, I
can't-
think that's our business for this meeting. Motion to adjourn.
Second? Or?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion, meeting is adjourned.